Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Perpetual podcast. Today we'll be talking about a wide range of subjects, including, but not limited to, roundabouts, consumerism, and the current events in the news. Welcome. I've got my co-host, Aaron Methany, Tanner Durell, and Seth Martin. Alright, lads. Seth, start us off.
You really put me on the spot. I would like to
hey, alright, let's just fucking talk.
Alright, do you guys want me to tell you guys the story about... What was my story?
Let's start off with something simple.
You said you were getting strangled by...
yeah, dude, I was getting strangled by this ghost.
Okay, go for it.
Straight up. This was like probably a year ago.
Jesus Christ.
I was just laying down in my room. I was sleeping. And then I remember waking up and looking at my door. And at my door, I had a hoodie hanging up. I'm like, alright, that's my hoodie. I vividly remember seeing it and being like, alright, that's my hoodie.
Yeah.
I fell back asleep. And then I heard, hey. And I was like, what? So I looked up again, and then it wasn't just my hoodie because my door's white. I had a black hoodie. So it was like door, hoodie, door. And then now the whole thing was just black.
The whole thing was hoodie?
The whole thing was hoodie.
The hoodie fucking took over.
And then I was like, what? So I sat up like this. So I'm laying down like this. I'm looking at my freaking door. And then I see it start walking. And it comes towards me. And then
what the fuck was
dude,
that little
like
castle
this.
there?
It was like this. And then
Wait, the door? Wait, hold on.
No.
Yo.
The figure.
But was the door still there?
The door was still there.
Okay.
And
Was
then,
the hoodie on the door?
The hoodie was on the door.
Okay.
And then I was just sitting there and I was like, what? So then I blinked, and when I opened my eyes back up from just blinking, there was hands around my throat, and I was being choked, and it was just, I had no eyes, no face. It was just a black thing looking in my eyes, and I couldn't breathe. And then finally, at the last second, where I thought I was gonna pass out, I did a, and I freaking woke up, and I just nothing was there. I felt pressure on my neck. I took a picture.
You took a picture of your neck?
Red. Sent it to my girlfriend, and I was like, what the fuck?
Okay.
So,
what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, what'd you do?
What was your... I just went back to bed. I had work in the morning.
Jesus Christ. Sleeping fucking... What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fucking...
You guys believe in ghosts?
Not at all, but...
You don't believe in ghosts?
Not at all.
Let me... If you had to rank this from Paranormal Activity 1 to Paranormal Activity 69 or whatever we're on now, what would you rank this at?
Okay, I'm not a bit, like, I believe in, like...
Let's get a range of 10 scale going. How you feeling? 10. 1.
I'm going with a 4.
You're going with a 4?
I'm going with a 4. Spookiness.
Well,
because
what's a 10 then?
No, I'm going with a 4 because I'm not an avid believer in, like, ghosts. I'm an avid believer in, like, different dimensions. And, like, this might have been, like, a
okay, what
dimensional
DMT shit are you on,
dude?
So you got choked out by your hoodie off your door.
That wasn't my hoodie. It looked. It's like
a 4.
No, dude. You know, like, in like Monsters Inc. The first opening scene, the robot kid looks up. He looks at his hoodie. He's like, all right, that's my hoodie. And then he falls back asleep, and he looks back again, and it's not his hoodie. It's the monster.
Fuck?
That's how it was.
Tanner. What the fuck?
What is your... Okay.
Hold on. Tanner. Okay. What would be your absolute 10?
Absolute 10.
Absolute 10. If you had, like, paranormal activity scale.
Oh, absolute 10 would be, like, seeing, like, you know how in Hereditary, like, she's floating in the air and she's cutting off her own head?
Yeah.
That's what I need to see.
All right.
I need to see someone...
I don't think you want to see that.
I need to see...
I don't think you want to see that.
No, I don't need to... I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see
that's
it.
Number 10.
That's number 10. Okay.
10 out of 10. I would know ghosts exist and there was a devil if some woman was just floating in the air and she had fucking wire and she was cutting off her own freaking head.
Jesus fuck. Okay. Well, like... Okay. Then what...
What do you process this as? Like, what do you interpret this as it being? Like, do you think your house is haunted, or do you think that there's, like, some, like...
There's other forces in this world.
What?
I'm not going to say my house is haunted.
Yeah, because your house isn't, like, necessarily that old.
Yeah, no, it's not old.
Yeah.
It's not old, it's like no one croaked in my house.
Yeah.
It was just an off chance, a spirit found its way into my room.
Durell's room right there.
Yeah, it did. I mean, and my girlfriend said she's heard voices down there, so, you know. But also the vent's right above my head, so it could just be my little brother. Goddamn Fortnite!
What the fuck? Okay. Tanner, how did this, okay, how long ago was this?
Just about a year ago.
About a year ago.
Yeah.
What like was happening in your life at the time?
What was happening in my life at the time? I had just got my job at Boeing,
Yeah.
and then nothing much, you know.
Yeah. Doing a shit ton of DMT.
No,
All right.
no.
Okay.
Then this was
Okay.
Okay.
Well, like Aaron, what's going on in life, buddy?
Oh, not much, not much.
You just living?
Yeah, just working.
Yeah. Where are you working at?
The YMCA.
That's how the hell is that going? We got Aaron with us. Aaron is a good friend. Aaron, how is the YMCA? Aaron,
It's fine. It's not a lot going on. Pritzker shut it down. So
oh,
Tell me,
was it worth the essay I had to write to get you hired?
It was not. No.
Okay. Did he send you that?
no.
you sent me that. I didn't write him a USA.
I had to write a freaking essay to get him hired.
Tell us about the people at the wine. You said that there's some
I
person
don't
who
think
has
we're allowed
a,
to talk about this on air.
Wait, yeah.
they have a mesh,
shit.
they had a mesh face mask.
Wait. There's a guy at work who does that too.
Yeah, it was,
There was
a lady. So instead of wearing a mask to work out, she got like
It was laced.
it's just like yarn on her face that she wears.
It's knitted, made by Etsy.
So so basically just a fucking absolute Neanderthal just
Yeah.
walking around.
What do you guys think about masks?
We fucking need them. Yeah.
Aaron, what's your stance?
I mean, might as well try it. Like even if there's no proof for it, like
Yeah,
why not put
What's the
one
point
on?
of not wearing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth.
it's not hurting anyone. It's not. I don't know if it's helping anyone, but
You can breathe for
there's
sure.
no- yeah, everyone that says they have a medical disorder, they're a bunch of momos.
Yeah, I fucking hate them.
That's all I
Not
gotta
gonna
say
lie.
about that.
Not gonna lie. As a retail associate, I can tell you that people who are like, I got a medical condition are fucking lying.
How do you? You just asked Aaron about the YMCA, and I really feel like you put him on the spot with that one. How is the Dollar General?
Yeah, how's the
You
Dollar
know,
General?
Publicly speaking, I can't say much, but I will say it's something. There is a lot of people who don't wear their fucking mask, and we gotta like either kick them out or we gotta
It's not
just
saying anything too bad right now.
not.
You ever been
Welcome, folks, to the Perpetual podcast. Like we're, I gotta say, I don't necessarily hate those people, but I do in fact despise them.
So you despise.
Okay.
It
Strong words.
pisses me off a little bit. As after we tell them many times, I finally got this one hick. All right, he kept coming
This
in.
one heck.
This one hick. He kept
Derogatory.
coming in. He kept coming in without a mask, and I finally gave him some of our mask there. And he eventually, after telling him like 40 times to put on his fucking mask, he finally came in with one, and I was like, I feel like a proud father. And it was just one of.
Oh, he was happy that he was wearing the mask.
I was happy that he was wearing a mask.
Oh.
He wasn't fucking happy, but I don't care.
It's like putting one of those pull-ups
It's-
on a kid.
It's kind of like
you don't like the pull-up.
you know, it's kind of like putting a fucking cone on a dog. You know, they gotta have it. They don't know why they have to have it, but they have to have it. And that's just how it went.
You ever went walking around in like Highland, like going to a Highland Walmart or
I
going?
wasn't gonna
Yeah.
bring up Highland, Illinois, but
Yeah,
I guess we're on the
Highland.
subject now.
We're here now.
We're
What's
here
up?
now. Well, dude, it's just no mask anywhere.
I know. There's a lot of we live in Southern Illinois.
We live
There's
in
a
a
lot
society.
of there you go. There's a lot of like Southern Illinoisians that are yee. That's yeah, for sure. And they are not the most fondest of that particular policy. I actually, my grandpa, who quite the hick, let me tell you, he's actually in favor of masks because
Wow.
he's like, I believe in personal freedom, and if you don't wear a mask, you're not allowing other people to have personal freedom if you get them sick. So I think that's my take on it as well.
That is a good way to put it right there.
Great way to put it.
Very good way.
Have any of you gotten tested yet?
I
I've
have
gotten
gotten
tested.
tested,
No.
but that was a while ago. I got tested like 3
I work
months
at
ago.
DoorDashIncorporated.com.
Oh, okay.
I applied there.
You applied there?
I did apply
They
there.
can
They
apply
put me
to
on a
DoorDash?
waiting list though,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of
Really?
people.
Is
Yeah,
that
because there's a
many
lot of
people?
people doing it. Yeah.
I'm proud to be a DoorDasher.
Yeah.
Not really, but
Proud to be a DoorDash associate.
yeah.
Yeah.
.ltd.
I think it's really good. I think that's
Essential Workers United.
I think that's pretty much the best system we could have.
DoorDash?
Yeah, because like a lot of people are in quarantine, so
Yeah, true.
and like if you don't like
we need more quarantine probably.
yeah, well like we need. I think we should have originally just shut down everything for
Yeah, dude.
3 weeks or 4 weeks,
And then gave a wage replacement of 70 to 80%.
yeah.
I don't know where these numbers are coming from.
Okay, so France did a wage replacement of 70 to 80% of the people's wages while
Okay.
they quarantined. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, Australia did the same thing. And there's basically no COVID cases in Australia or New Zealand. Wow. Had there just been a 6-week lockdown in the beginning, and instead of bailing out all these companies, instead of Trump Daddy giving all the money to the companies, he could have just gave it to the people like he should have.
Yeah.
And we would be done. We would have been fine.
See, that's why fucking Yang Gang. Right
Yang
there.
Gang.
Absolutely.
Remember that, folks. 2024.
Yes, sir. We're coming, bitches.
Kanye 2024.
Oh, and there it is.
I saw a bunch of people tweeting Trump 2024, and I'm like, oh no, it's already begun. He's not running again.
I think he will.
You think he'll run again? You think he'll be
run again.
alive?
I think he'll run again.
I think he'll say he wants to run again. Now, but I think that he'll after hitting some dingers on the golf course, he'll be like, I'm fine with this.
Did you hear that he pardoned his
Settle down.
kids?
I did.
He pardoned his kids before they were even investigated.
Yeah.
They haven't been publicly investigated yet, but he already gave them all pardons. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Except Barron.
So there's Barron hasn't fucking done anything because Barron's 15 or some shit.
You never know.
He's
He
also 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys have fucking seen that.
The leg-
Trump is like 8 foot
Yeah,
fucking tall.
he's
I don't know
built
how the
like-
hell. Well, now we head into the next section about roundabouts.
One of our viewers wanted.
Ethan Gratton.
I thought we were doing anonymous.
Well,
this is
now we're not.
anonymous. You can't call Ethan out.
Ethan Gratton has
Everyone's gonna go on
brought the
Twitter and be like, "Yo,
subject
Ethan,
up.
why you want to know about roundabouts?"
Well, he wants to know. Okay, and I think he.
When you're talking about roundabout, we're literally talking about roundabouts.
Yes,
roundabouts.
The physical trail.
So does he think they're useless?
He says they're useless.
No, it's been proven. It's proven that they're better than four-way stops.
How you feeling about roundabouts?
I think that the roundabout in its idea is very good, but there's some execution, especially in, let me tell you what, St. Louis,
Yeah.
where they just put a little old cinder block right in the middle of the,
Okay.
not little, big, and then people are just going skirt, and then Tokyo drifting it straight into that into that. I sound like Boomhauer, whatever his name is right now.
What the fuck?
They're hitting that cinder block, and then their cars are not looking good after that. And then
Their cars aren't looking good.
then half the people in St. Louis, they don't have insurance, so they're just getting out. They're getting out of the car and just leaving the car there. And next thing you know, we have all these cars. If you drive through the interstate, you can see it. There's on the side of the road. And that's my opinion.
It's true.
How you feeling about roundabouts?
I think roundabouts work. I mean, I think they're less of an inconvenience than four-way stops.
How you feeling about roundabouts?
I think they work. It's
You
slow
like
speeds,
roundabouts?
but like
I think I'm kind of with Aaron on this one. I think slower speeds work. Besides that, I don't fucking.
Well,
like
I've never seen a
roundabouts.
roundabout that I'm
don't
taking
like
at
the roundabout?
55.
So I don't know. Like there's a couple of roundabouts that I've seen that are different than each other because there's like the one that's like kind of on the way to your house.
There's no roundabout on the
Yeah.
Not,
I was
not
like,
on
wait.
the street, not on that street, but there's one next to it. I don't know. Anyway,
What? Where's that roundabout?
Just shut the fuck up. I know where it
Right.
is. Just shut the fuck up.
There's no roundabout
What's
near us.
next to it?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's next.
Just a roundabout.
Yeah, there's just a
in the
roundabout.
middle of
There's
U.S.
a
Highway
roundabout.
40.
There's a roundabout. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you want.
Okay.
Look, the roundabout is like shaped like it fucking the road goes directly into the roundabout, like from all sides. I would like it if the roundabouts were like they
Around?
curve the street to go into the roundabout. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, are you talking about the one that's on the end of Tanner's Road?
I don't know.
Like the end of like the country road?
Maybe.
That's not a roundabout.
Oh, like Lake Road to Marine Road.
Like, you know when you go by the gas station in St. Jacob and you take a left?
oh, like the merge lane thing.
Yeah, that's a merge lane
That's not
right
a
there.
roundabout.
That's not a
No,
roundabout.
no. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway,
There's no roundabout.
okay, it's like a circle. It's like a circle, and then like you have the roads going directly into it. You know what I'm saying?
A roundabout.
Yeah, shut the fuck
What
up.
the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, but like, yo, hold on.
Okay, just let him talk, let him talk.
There's another form of roundabout where it's like a roundabout, but the road curves into where you go in.
Okay, yeah,
I like
I've seen
that.
those.
I like that more than the fucking straight.
That's like the one by Taco Bell.
It flows more.
By Taco Bell.
The fuck?
What?
You said it just now.
I know. Why'd you repeat it?
Where's the roundabout?
Like by Taco Bell, like you're going towards Maryville.
Go ahead.
God. Okay. Anyway, here's the point. Here's the fucking point. I don't like the ones that you go directly into, but like the ones that are curved. That's cool.
Okay, but like, what's the fundamental question here? Are we talking? Do we like them or do they work?
I mean, do we like them first of all, and then second, I think, do they work?
Okay, so you like them, I like them, you like them.
I somewhat like.
You somewhat like
This
them.
is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah,
well, fucking. This is what was wanted to be said.
What? Why don't you? Does anybody here not think that roundabouts are not as efficient as something else, like a four-way
I don't think that
stoplight?
we were taught in driver's safety school how to use a roundabout properly, and I think that a lot of people. They look at the roundabout as something you have to stop at, like a four-way, and then get on, which really makes me mad because then you have these people sitting there like, oh no, why is no one stopping? I don't know what's going on here, and then that's whenever collisions are caused. I think they need to educate people how to use the roundabout more.
Okay.
I can see that. How do you? Well, speaking of roads, since we've sort of covered roundabouts now.
Oh, okay, we're done.
We're fucking done with roundabouts.
All right.
Ethan, if you're listening, I don't give a fuck.
They work.
They work.
Stop being a baby.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Just learn how to use it.
You know what? Fuck you. Okay.
You don't see a turn signal. Just go. Anyways, they're not gonna hit you.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the? I feel very strongly and happily about this subject. How do you guys feel about the Autobahn? Like we're in Germany, where you can go as fast as you
I
want.
could just put a speed limit on it.
No.
Look it up.
Do you think they just
Jamie, pull it
No
up.
way. Jamie, where the fuck are you at?
I'm looking it up.
Look. Why would they do that? That's the point.
Because people don't know how to use it properly. Because, they put that in place because back in the 60s and 70s when they built it, cars went like 75 miles an hour, not like 130 plus like they're going now. So now people are like freaking straight zooting it through the Autobahn.
Well, what the fuck's the point now? That's the good
interstate.
thing. I want no speed limits.
Oh, they did put a speed limit on it.
I told you.
Fuck.
It's 80 miles per hour.
80 miles. That's still
80
not
miles an
bad.
hour?
80
That's
miles an hour still gets you.
fast.
Slow. That's slow.
Dude, I'm hauling at least 85 to work. At least.
Whenever I'm going down the interstate towards St. Louis, I mean, I'm fucking getting up there.
Like
okay?
I-70, I-70 or 270.
I mean, don't mean to incriminalize myself. I'm hitting at least 90.
No,
at
they-
least.
They don't know what car we're doing.
I don't think we're allowed to legally. Are we allowed to
Okay,
say
like-
that on air?
Yeah,
The
well.
way home from Carbondale, you're going like 103. Like,
Yeah, okay.
on a back road.
Well,
100.
look,
That's the
I
dirty
may
deal
be a
for
little
you.
bit fast, okay? But here's the
There we go, hill jumping?
Okay, I mean, no. Like, I go on, like, straightaways. I get up there because I think it's just bullshit that we would have some arbitrary number that's just, like, regulating how much I can control my car. If if you have a back road that's going straight away, no hills, no bumps, no nothing, and it's regulated at 45, then what the fuck's the point?
Well, everybody speeds on back roads.
Well, I agree.
What are you talking about? I just zone out for like.
Are you fucking high? Like,
No, I don't know.
But how much time does that actually save? Because like one stop sign would get rid of all your 100-mile-an-hour progress.
I don't know. I disagree because like there's some roads that go on for so long without like stoplights and shit like that in like urban areas that I feel like if I go fast enough on a back road, even if I were to hit those areas, I'd still be fucking saving like
That's
shit ton
true.
of time. If going to Carbondale, it's kind of just a fucking straightaway from Troy. I mean,
It
there
is.
is some curves and shit. We go through a couple towns, but like, if I, let's just say I reduce my speed, let's just take your example. I go 100. Okay, let's reduce that by 25 miles, and then I'm going 75 miles. I feel like that shaves off like 20 minutes.
Well, seeing as it takes 2 hours to get to Carbondale,
yeah.
that's 25 miles faster than you're going.
Okay, but
So you're making it.
so would you rather people leave 20 minutes earlier to get there 20 minutes earlier, or would you rather them going 100 miles an hour down a road in a giant metal cage? Which one makes more sense?
I think the second one, to be honest with you.
No, that's
I
just
look-
you being silly.
Dude, I like going fast, and I
Well,
don't feel comfortable going slow. It makes my fucking foot itchy.
Yeah, on
just,
the 270 when
dude,
I'm going to work.
It feels slow. It feels slow.
It takes 45 minutes. 45 minutes for me to get to work if I go the speed limit. But it's a straight shot, legit straight shot from my house to work. So I go 85, 90, and I'm passing mofos.
And it takes you 45 minutes of going 85, 90?
Nope, takes me 30. Okay. I get there 30, 35.
But
I leave at 5 o'clock and show up at 5:35.
Would you rather get into your car and just be calmly going to work, or would you rather have your blood pressure be through the roof?
My blood pressure's not through the roof. I put cruise control on, put some Rex Orange County on, and I'm good. I'm zooming.
I feel.
And it's 4 a.m. and there's no one on there.
I see the thing about that is. That's the thing about that is I feel very comfortable when I'm going at high velocity. I feel uncomfortable when I'm sitting behind some fucking fat grandma who's going 55 in a 70, you know?
I don't go slow. Sometimes I don't have a lead foot, as you would say. I usually say the speed limit.
Bitch, I got an iron foot. Okay?
Yeah, you have the freaking animal on the pedal.
Okay, I like speeding.
You're going Back to the Future.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go for that.
So how Tanner said 4 a.m. there's no one on the road. How would you feel about different times, different speed limits?
Oh, because you have
the
digital
I could go
faces
for that. Yeah. I could.
So you would accept that? Would you follow the speed limit if that, or would you still go 100 even?
Well, I mean, it depends on what the speed limit is. If it's if it's the interstate, you go 65 at fucking 12, noon. I would not like that. I think you should go at 75, and then maybe at nighttime, you up that bitch to 110.
But when's the last time someone got have any of us been pulled over on the interstate for going too fast?
No.
I've never seen anybody get pulled over.
I have. I see police officers sitting there.
I see police officers
I see
pulling
police
people over. Yeah, I don't know if it's for speeding or for what.
I've flown past many of cops sitting on the interstate going 80, and they have never pulled me over.
80's within their range, because usually it's 75, right, for speed on the interstate.
It's on 270 the speed limit's either 55, 65, 70. And in the area that I always see the cop, it's always, I'm not going to say the same cop, but it's always a cop there. I'm flying past at 80 and the speed limit is 65.
Well, there's always a range that depends on the road they're on, because cops in Troy, for example, we got our roads that are 25 miles an hour. I'm usually always going 35 miles an hour.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's a range of 10, I think, in urban areas.
10? You think 10?
10 maybe.
In urban areas, but on the interstate, I don't think they give 10.
No, I would say in interstate they would give more.
You think they give more?
Yeah, because it's it's more
somewhere
of
to be.
a range.
Somewhere to go.
No, I think it'd be less on the interstate because it's not the fast people that are causing the wrecks; it's the slower people that are causing the wrecks.
Yeah,
and the faster someone goes,
I don't know about that.
No, proven fact. Proven statistic.
You think that the drunk driver who's flooring it is the reason?
No. We're not bringing in any other factors other than speed. Right. Speed is the factor here.
Pull that. You just looked up the other thing. You looked that up.
Dude, I'll look it up.
Look that shit up.
I'm telling you right now, slower drivers cause more wrecks on the interstate.
I think he's right about that, because
that's what you think.
I mean, yeah, I might have a bias there, but do I even seem like a dangerous driver when I'm going?
Yes.
Fuck you.
With you, I would say yes. Sometimes I fear myself. Fear my life.
In fact, some studies link accident rates more heavily to drivers who are too slow. Some studies link drivers driving 10 miles slower than the speed limit are the causes of more accidents than people who are driving faster.
I guess.
I mean, because think about it. I'm going 65, and then there's this grandma who's like, okay, I'm gonna be safe and go 45, and I'm coming up over a hill. I don't see this woman.
Real close there, Tanner. Real close.
I don't see this woman driving, and now all of a sudden I'm either swerving, slamming on the brakes. Maybe there's someone behind me. I'm getting tail-ended. They're getting tail-ended. We're all on a spin out. Now it's a 20-car pileup.
20 cars. Yeah, I see what you're saying though. Yeah, I understand that.
Meanwhile, if I cut off the lady going 45 and I'm going 65, she might do a little, but I'm going zoom and I'm gone.
Okay, I kind of see. Yeah,
I got you,
agree.
Steven.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean,
what do you think? What do you think about my theory?
I see your theory. I just think that if you look into people that speed, there's other factors that contribute to
Hey, yo,
it.
why the fuck
Like volume
is
of
my
traffic?
Why the fuck is my light not fucking?
How
Is
long
it
have you
hot?
had- How long have you had that thing?
Yeah, it's hot. I mean, not just a little bit, but
Give it a little
warm up.
shaky shake.
Warm up, bitch. Well, that's a clip. That's a clip.
All right, next topic. We're done with traffic and stuff.
Okay, well,
What was- Oh yeah, we forgot
noise?
the next
it's a recliner.
the next axe question
We're in
is
a dungeon.
consumerism in a materialistic world.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin.
had-
on
you
I
that.
had
think that
something to say?
consumerism in the materialistic world is something that has been brought about the past 100 years with the evolution of the advertising agencies, and that it really has taken away a lot of people's happiness, thinking that they have to buy a bunch of new things to be happy whenever that the happiness for that thing that they bought is really short-lived.
Is it
I
happiness
think-
or is it convenience?
Well, I think
Because
Okay,
I wouldn't buy a new car other than the fact that my car is dying.
Yeah, but
I think
say-
the
that's 'cause-
competition mindset has like made
Competitive
people,
mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, made people to where they think if they have more stuff that makes them better.
You might,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
might not think this. Because I would say you're a bit more conservative with your money right now. That, like,
I've been
if somebody,
frugal my whole life.
yeah, so talking to you is going to be kind of difficult. But you know how people like buy all this stuff and they flash their wealth,
Yeah.
but then they're not actually wealthy.
Let me make this money flip.
Yeah, like freaking Ty Lopez on YouTube, like showing off all this stuff that he doesn't actually own.
yeah.
And, like it's like stuff like that. I think.
Well,
Okay.
I think you're right about that. I think a lot of people, they're out
Like
there
to
for
show off.
flexing.
Yeah,
They're
they
flexing.
flex.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I don't know. I mean, I don't like that necessarily, but I also don't dislike it because I feel like competition is kind of good, but like at the same time, you have people that gain a bunch of shit and then they think they're better
Yeah.
than people who don't have.
What's
a
your
lot of
take,
shit.
Aaron? You haven't talked.
Yeah, talk a little bit.
Man, a few words right
I
here.
feel like the stores are really to blame for it.
The stores are to blame for it.
Yeah, like
Advertising and shit.
like I feel like Christmas is like a made up like
Mm-hmm.
shit
Yeah.
just to like
And branding.
get to people
That's what
to
Black Friday is.
Get
yeah.
people to
just buy stuff like
Yep.
yeah.
The new iPhone comes out every year, and it
same
works.
shit.
Now
And
is this?
it's been proven that they slow down the battery life on the older ones, so
Yeah.
nobody buys a new one.
So is
Which
it
is pretty
is
messed
it
up.
is it consumerism? Is consumerism and materialistic stuff caused by like capitalism? You guys think that? You think that's correlated?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
You think capitalism?
I think
is
it's. I'm
causing
I'm not a communist.
It's part-
Oh yeah, I mean,
I
it's just
mean,
a question. It's just a question.
there's more like economic structures than just capitalist and
Yeah.
communist. You can have like democratic socialism and shit, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know what half this stuff means.
I'm not gonna try to get into that right now.
Yeah.
But
What do you think? Do you think like materialistic stuff, like having like an overabundance of things, comes from like an evolutionary standpoint? Because like the tribes that did better were the ones who had more stuff. Mm-hmm. Like we had more weapons, we had more people, we had more food,
Wow.
we had more crops.
Well, you also have to look at it like the tribes before that were like nomad. They didn't need that stuff, but they could be
I
more
think-
successful than.
yeah, they used every part of what they were given.
Yeah.
like sort of how like whatever the ones that were the ones in the West, like they used every part of the buffalo or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think they had a lot, but they used what they had. And I
Yeah.
think that's kind of, like, you could argue that, yeah, people who had more did better, and I think that's always been true.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you could also, I think, I don't know what the fuck to think about that. There's two different structures, and I think one of them has just been ripped off of our society, in at least America.
Yeah. I think that owning less stuff, but that is more meaningful to you and has more practical uses, is the way to go.
Minimalism.
Yeah,
But
minimalism,
who's
essentially.
deciding what's practical use?
Yourself.
Yourself,
Like, if it brings
yeah.
if it brings value to yourself,
Yeah.
And I would say...
So then how am I materialistic? What if I just loved Teslas and I just bought a shit ton of Teslas?
Well, if they're meaningful
am I
to you.
flexing and I'm showing people that I have a bunch of Teslas? Am I flexing now that I have Teslas, or am I just showing that I have interest in Tesla and I love it so much?
If it's self-interest to you and it's not like you're buying a... Okay, it's kind of
doesn't
like...
bring as much value to yourself whenever you're not flexing it as it does whenever you are flexing it.
It's something that's popular, but it's also something that's expensive. And then, like, if you're buying it because it's popular and you want to look cool for owning it, then that, I think, is consumerism. And then you've got, like, the other factor, which is, like, personal interest, which, if you like Tesla, which, personally, I fucking do, I think it's the coolest car in the goddamn world.
Well-made vehicles.
Well-made vehicles.
I just wish I could work on myself.
Yeah.
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 Instead of having to go to the dealership and do
I don't know. There's a lot of argument there, but I don't know what the fuck perfect answer is. I don't know if we should get rid of capitalism. I don't know if we should have communism. I don't think we should, but
yeah, I think that's...
And by the way, we're not even fully a capitalist society. We got a bunch of socialist policies. They're everywhere, but it is what it is. I don't know what the hell the answer is. I'm not the one to ask that. That's like a Ben Shapiro question right there.
We need to get some intellects that are not us.
We'll bring Jacob Torville on the podcast, right?
Oh,
where's Jacob?
boy.
We should bring Jacob Torville on the podcast. I think you and him could have a good
we
debate.
could have a fucking philosophical
You guys can
moment.
go on forever.
Yeah, oh god. It would never end.
There we go.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell the answer to that is. But, it is what it is. So, what do we want to talk about next?
I was looking at that globe behind the camera, and I just remembered a topic that I talked about at work.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a flat Earth thing.
Oh, God.
All right, so this guy at work, Greenlee, he's like, the Earth is hollow. The Earth is flat. I'm like, okay, well,
how can the Earth be hollow?
Just listen.
Okay,
just
I'll let
listen.
you go through.
Anyways, he's talking Tanner. How is the Earth round? I'm like, what? He's like, so tell me, the Earth is spinning, right? I'm like, yeah, the Earth spins. He's like, the moon orbits the Earth. I mean, yeah. I'm like, okay. And he's like, and at the same time, these things are spinning around each other. We're spinning around the sun. I'm like, okay. And he's like, at the same time as that, the sun's spinning around the Milky Way. Yeah. I'm like, okay. And he's like, and the Milky Way is spinning around something else that we don't know about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. He's like, and we're all traveling millions of miles per hour. I'm like, okay. He's like, well, how the hell are all the stars that you see at night always in the same spots? How is the North Star always at north?
Well, because it's so far away that you wouldn't be able to see hundreds of million miles.
It was just a thing.
Plus, it's all about relativity. If one star is traveling, they're all traveling in a circular direction.
That's what I told him.
So if you're traveling at the same velocity that the other stars are moving, then guess what, buddy? You're going to see the same stars in the same position because you're all moving together.
But what's the chances of us moving at the same speed?
Whoa!
all those millions of stars moving at the same speed.
It's very likely because at the same time that the Milky Way, which is a black hole, I believe, I'm not a fucking scientist, it's sitting there in the middle. It's got all the things turning around it. They would be all using their own gravitational pulls to keep it spinning in the same direction at the same time, thus reorganizing those stars to go at the same rotation. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I think. And then also, the Milky Way is not orbiting anything, but it is orbiting other black holes and galaxies. Yeah. And so
I just said, satellites.
This guy's a fucking dumbass.
I just said, satellites stay in the air, right? So the Earth's not flat.
Yeah.
I'm like, they stay in the atmosphere because they're in constant free fall with the gravity of the Earth.
Right.
So and then he's like, yeah, but the Earth's hollow. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not getting into that argument.
How the fuck do you claim that the Earth is hollow?
He said that he says.
Wait, he thinks the Earth is hollow and flat, or
he thinks the Earth's hollow and flat. He thinks.
Okay.
He thinks that there's secret portals at the poles, and that's why the UN claimed Antarctica as you cannot, no tourism, only research purposes only. And you have to be a government research team to go to Antarctica. I don't know what it is about the North Pole. I never looked up shit about the North Pole. But anyways, that's why no one's allowed to go to Antarctica, because they don't want people finding out what's there.
Isn't Antarctica the South Pole?
It's the one on the bottom on your map.
Yeah, South Pole. And I said I have no idea what the regulations are with the North Pole.
Okay.
North Pole is
okay.
Greenland.
I thought you were saying that's okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Good.
Would that be Greenland? Is the North Pole?
Oh, and then I also said...
it's just the shit above it because there's like that
Oh,
that
it
part of the
ice-
map is
the
cut
pole-
off.
I also
ice
told
cut.
him that the Earth is not flat based on the map and based on how planes fly. Let me grab this globe.
Oh Jesus!
Well, if he's flying through that portal in Antarctica, then
Let me
next
grab
thing you
this
know-
freaking globe, dude. So you're telling me, I told him, with the flat Earth, people in Japan and Tokyo who fly to the U.S. to the West Coast, you're telling me they're traveling all the way around here like this dumb motherfucker and doing this. And then coming here.
Yeah,
when they
that's
could
kind of-
just do this.
That's a good
which is
argument.
what they're doing.
That's
But
good.
right
argument.
here, this line. See this? What if this is like you
The equator?
no, not the equator. That's what the equator
Oh, a
is.
latitudinal line?
Yeah. What if you pass like the end of the map and you just restart on the other map?
Like Pac-Man?
Yeah, like Pac-Man.
So you're saying like Japan
Exactly.
Japan flies...
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Where does Pac-Man go? Whenever he gets to the other
Maybe
side,
that's why
in
Pac-Man
between
was
the other
created.
side.
Okay.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
We're
Okay,
talking
so-
about how this
so-
flat Earth theory could possibly work.
So you think it's like a portal to like in Harry Potter they run into that freaking pool and all of a sudden they're in Hogwarts
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I support
and no one
flat
else
Earth.
sees it for
I
some
don't
reason.
believe in the flat Earth at all, but I'm just trying to understand how this guy's seeing
Okay,
it.
but here's the deal. Here's the fucking deal. We've seen planets through telescopes
Yes.
that's not Earth that are fucking round. So how do
But
you
that's coming from the that's coming from the gov. and then-
Okay, well, there's independent researchers, and you would
those
have
are,
to
those are
have,
ran by the government.
bitch, you would have to have,
Funded by the
you would
government.
have to have every government on the planet correlated to make this a goddamn reality. And there's just absolutely no fucking way that's going to happen. So,
Hey,
flat earthers,
the
if you're out there,
Illuminati.
you're fucking dumb.
That's very rude to disregard someone's opinion.
I don't give a
like
fuck.
That.
I don't
Next topic is current events.
Okay, well, what's going on?
So today, which is December 4th, the MORE Act was passed in the House.
Explain.
The MORE Act, it's marijuana something something something.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
decriminalization of marijuana. So
Yeah, I heard about this.
they're gonna, if it passes the Senate and it passes Trump, it's gonna provide 5% tax on marijuana to fund small businesses. It's gonna provide a trust fund, and it's gonna provide business loans to people who people who want to start a business in marijuana, like start a dispensary. It's going to allow them to get loans for that. It's going to allow conviction hearings for people who have gotten charged with possession, distributing, or growing.
Yeah.
So there's going to be conviction hearings and like reduces
Yeah.
and expulsion and all that. And it's also going to like decriminalize it on the federal level.
Yeah.
So then now it's just left up to the state.
So,
that you're
yeah,
in.
I mean, we already have legal and decriminalized states.
Yeah.
We have, what, 21 now?
There's
Something like
there's 16
50 Cent
there's
song,
16
Social
legal
Justice.
states, and there's only 8 states left that don't have anything.
Okay.
It's straight illegal, no medical, no nothing.
Okay.
But all the other states are at least medical or
Okay.
decriminalized.
Okay. Wow, that fucking shit happened real quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's only been, what, like 6 years since...
Well, like 5 states turned legal this year.
Yeah, this year, because the election.
Yeah.
They had to vote on their own bills. And
Yep.
yeah.
I think that's cool and all, and I think decriminalizing it on the federal level is a great step.
Mm-hmm.
But leaving the right up to the states, which is great, separation of state and government.
Yeah.
Right. That's great.
Modern
But
feudalism. Yeah.
yeah, but federally, it needs to be legal because why like me working in me living in Illinois where it's legal and I go over to work in Missouri, like that's a problem.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, but I believe that, you know, the people who live in each state should have their own say in their state, but like I also believe that, you know, I think that should be legal, and I think shrooms should be legal, and then
Yeah,
everything
shrooms.
else should be decriminalized, but it's my own personal opinion.
Yeah, shrooms for sure.
I don't know about anything else. I wouldn't go any further than that, I don't think, and I don't think most people should.
It's not like we should be bringing back anything.
Are we
you know?
are we sin taxing this as much as we are cigarettes? What is the percentage that was tax percentage? Was
Oh, we're taxing
I said-
marijuana a shit.
5%.
5%.
Is that as much?
Well,
as
that's
cigarettes
the
are?
one that got passed in the House today.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, for decriminalizing.
Did it get passed? Okay.
It got passed in the House. It's
It-
going to the
Yeah,
Senate.
it probably won't.
And Mitch
pass.
McCullen is pissed
McConnell.
off because he's like, you guys are trying to pass marijuana bills. Meanwhile, we need stimulus packages.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he's going to... No.
God, I hate fucking Mitch McConnell. Anyway,
McConnell. I told you I was saying it wrong.
Oh, I don't know. I can't justify your.
he's I don't know. He's just a fucking bastard. Anyway, how do you guys feel about ranked choice voting?
What?
Ranked choice voting.
Can you explain that?
Okay, so here's the theory. Here's the theory, right? Okay, let's just say it's 2016 again. Okay, 2016.
Good year.
Yeah, terrible year, but you know,
Freshman
it
year of
is-
high school.
Yeah, awful year. Just anyway. Okay,
A little bit of sophomore.
say we are all legally able to vote that year. Okay.
Okay.
You got Donald Trump, you got Hillary Clinton, you got Gary Johnson and Jill Stein.
Okay.
Okay? There's 4 candidates. I mean, there's 4 main candidates. There's some other, whatever the fuck.
There's 2 main candidates, and then there's
Yeah.
Jill Stein and Gary.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's starting to fucking form. Anyway,
It's going.
so, okay. You got, alright, let's just say I'm, gonna vote for Jill Stein. Okay?
Okay.
Green Party. Basically doesn't have a chance, right?
Mhm.
Not gonna fucking win. Anyway, I put her first. I put
Oh, like ranked voting.
yeah, ranked
Okay,
voting.
ranked
Yeah.
voting.
Okay, I put Gary Johnson or Jill Stein, and then I put Gary Johnson, and then I put Hillary Clinton, and then I put Donald Trump. Okay, if Jill Stein if she has the lowest amount of votes, she is eliminated from the election, and the second person you vote for, that's where your vote goes.
Okay.
And whoever, there's 3 candidates at that point.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, whoever has the least out of those 3 gets eliminated next. And at that point, someone would have over 50% of the vote, and that's who would become the next president.
That would be interesting because, like,
Yeah.
That's
people,
what,
people hate like the Republicans and the Democrats.
Yeah.
They're fairly neutral on the
So
smaller
yeah,
parties.
and then that's my point. Everybody hated the Democrats and Republicans in 2016.
Mhm.
If you had that system, then there is a possibility that you would have Gary Johnson or Jill Stein as your president.
Yeah,
in
because it
2016.
might equal out. That'd be wild though.
Because a lot of Republicans have sympathies for Gary Johnson, and a lot of Democrats had sympathies for Jill Stein. So if you vote for one of those 2 instead of the other 2, then we'd probably have a better president today.
Right.
But it doesn't matter who won in 2016. I think everybody here agrees that both of those candidates were.
I feel
fucking awful.
like people are more neutral towards like the Green Party, Libertarian Party,
Yeah.
and all that because there's less.
There's less there.
You don't see it. You're not exposed. You're not exposed to it.
And by the way, if they got over 15% of the vote, they would get national funding. For
Oh,
the
it's
next
15%. I thought it was 5.
Well, no, if you get 5% of the vote in an election, the next election, I believe you get $65 million
Okay.
for national funding. And then if you get 15%, you can compete in a debate. And that's polling.
Okay.
So if you get 15%, you can compete in a debate. And Ross Perot, who ran in 1992 and 1996, competed in the 1992 debates because he got over 15% polling.
Okay.
So,
What do you think about? This is nothing to do with like voting or anything. But what do you think about congressmen getting like term limits?
Yes, there's some 80-year-old momos in office, and they
so
just
I kind of agree with that.
removed.
Yeah, I was very hesitant towards accepting that because there's some studies out there that show in countries where they have that, they get less done because the newer Congress people don't really know what they're doing.
That's what my buddy said. He said you can't have super short term limits. Like it's got to be at least 10 years.
It's got to be at least 10 years.
I'd be fine with that. I just don't like people that spend a lifelong time.
Who've been in there
in
since the
Congress.
70s.
Yeah, there's Joe Biden's been in office since 62 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He was
So
born in 62.
no,
No,
he was
I know,
born
yeah, I know.
42 or something.
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah, he's
He was born during WW2.
yeah. I don't know if that's
Before
accurate,
WW
but
got
it's
pumped,
somewhere around there. Anyway, that's kind of my take on it.
So with the whole ranked voting, if we can barely get
Yeah.
all the United States to vote on 2 people, you're gonna explain that to everyone and have it work like that?
It is
Well,
true.
But you're
Here's the
ranking
thing.
them.
It's not hard to figure out because Australia has it already, and they have like a shit ton of parties. They have like 23 major parties.
France has like 8.
France has a shit ton too. That's how they do it. They have runoff elections. They have the different parties and then the top 2 runoff, and that's who you vote for.
Wait, so explain to me, you had to have 15% of the votes to get moved.
Into the debate.
And what was the percentage of votes you had to have to be removed from the...
Okay, so like the bottom percentage, it doesn't matter how many votes you get. Whoever is the bottom gets removed.
The least percent?
Yeah, the least percent gets removed.
So so it's like Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and Jill Stein were at the top. Everybody's first vote, who was Gary Steen, is
Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson. Why did I say Steen? Is no longer valid because he's not on the ballot.
Yes, okay.
He gets
So then their second. So then their
Well, he's not
second
really
pick.
gonna do a
Their
whole
second pick.
lot
So
then.
Yeah, well.
So say my first pick was Gary and my second pick was Donald, and Gary gets eliminated. Now my first pick's Donald.
Yeah.
he gets eliminated. He gets raised up in the polls.
So there's going to be like... But is there going to be like multiple rounds? Or is this all going to happen at once?
It's all going to happen at once. You
Yeah.
would go into the ballot and you would rank your favorite candidates. You know how you scribble in
Yeah.
the dot. Instead of
1,
that,
2, 3,
you would
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Depending on how many candidates there are. If there's like 20, then you'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah. Then you're done.
I need to get new earrings. My earrings are itchy.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Well,
It's okay.
I think we just have to put into effect. We're going to rank vote the podcast. Whoever you don't want in the comment section to
Oh,
be in
shit.
here anymore.
Whoever you don't want in the comment section, rank us 1 through 4,
And
we'll eliminate that person for the next podcast.
the next ever. They're not ever
Oh,
allowed to come
ever?
back on.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
Aaron, do you have a topic? We were going to ask you.
Yeah.
We all provided a topic besides Aaron.
You guys believe in aliens?
Oh,
Fuck yeah, I believe
yeah,
in aliens.
dude, aliens.
I don't
Yeah.
believe in aliens.
Tell us about aliens, Aaron.
I think it's more unreasonable to believe that aliens don't exist.
I agree.
They do. Like,
I agree. The universe is infinite. Why wouldn't there be other life?
I don't necessarily believe that has to be a life that's more intelligent than us. Although it is likely, but
There will, the thing is,
microorganism
we can't
is
even
considered-
argue about aliens anymore because aliens exist. We already found microorganisms on Mars.
there you go. That's
It's already over.
It's already
The discussion's over.
Boom,
We found
done.
aliens.
Bingo.
Okay, so, with aliens...
No, let's keep talking about it. But like, I don't, that discussion is irrelevant.
So
because
with
it's already been disguised.
when it comes to aliens, do you guys think I believe in aliens for sure.
Yep.
But my buddy was talking to me. And he's like, "Do you think aliens, especially with this year with all the UFOs videos that were coming out and all that? Could you imagine if it wasn't recorded?
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
With all the UFO videos that came out this year and everything,
Right.
do you think the government's implanting it in our head, in our minds, that aliens are real, so that we
can be more prepared for it.
No. We're not prepared for it, but it's like taking our minds off religion.
Yeah.
Less and less people believe in religion, and there's all these rumors that people in politics do satanic rituals and all that. Do you think they're trying to take our
rumors at this point? It's just a fucking fact.
Yeah, them taking our eyes, them taking our eyes off of religion, so that we all get scared from what's coming from above, from aliens.
Yeah.
We're all all right, well, there's evolution and aliens exist and this, that, and the other. All this religion bullshit's nothing. Means nothing. So then we're more
You're
susceptible.
saying from evolution, from Darwin discovering evolution, that the government's been actively working to take our minds off of it.
No, I haven't been saying since then.
Oh,
I'm saying.
okay.
Do you think it could be a possibility?
I mean, it's always a possibility, but
There's a cabal. If there's a cabal in this country that's trying to get us.
I don't know what is the UFO thing that the Pentagon released, because I'm not really familiar. I don't
Oh,
really watch.
they-
I saw
they-
small clips. I don't really.
they released
they had
videos.
2 pictures and a video.
It was 2 videos.
2 videos? Okay.
2 videos.
They had 2 videos where they showed fucking saucers flying through the goddamn air.
And performing maneuvers that they could not perform, and they were like, "All right, if anybody knows what this is,
Yeah,
tell
this
us."
was in the 90s and the early 2000s.
It was early 2000s,
Okay, and they were performing like VTOL maneuvers that they had no technology.
and like 90-degree turns, like going.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
Top Gun 2 getting filmed. Is what
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
fucking it.
That's
dude.
what I-
It's fucking
that's
so
what I'm
funny,
on,
too. That's a
but,
fact.
Imagine if you saw like a stealth bomber,
Yeah.
like in like the 1980s.
So you're talking
You
like
think it's
Yeah.
UFO?
Like you'd shit yourself too.
Yeah,
if you saw
you'd
like
be
a
like,
stealth
okay,
bomber in the
this is it.
sky.
This is the end of
Yeah.
my fucking life.
Yeah.
it's like Captain America whenever the Red Skull gets on that freaking V-shaped one, and then Captain America is like, "Oh God, take this down. We got the Tesseract in here."
Yeah.
Well, do you think? What do you guys think about people getting abducted? Do you think all like?
No,
You don't think aliens would abduct
I'm sure
us?
they would.
I don't. I think that a majority. I think that 95% of people that say that they've been abducted are.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah, no,
but
no,
like,
don't
do you
get me
think they
wrong.
would? Like,
Don't
do
get
you
me
think?
wrong. If,
Oh, do you think
if
they
there
would?
are people being abducted,
So you're not
then-
saying that they have, but you think that aliens would
Yes.
abduct us?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I think.
Yes.
If
Have you
they
guys
were-
heard that story about
if-
like that Travis guy from
Travis.
like back in like the 80s? He got abducted. So him and his buddy, he was a logger. Him and his buddies were driving through after work, and they saw a golden disc. They said they saw a golden disc floating in the trees. So Travis got out and walked up towards it like an idiot, and his buddies said a bolt of lightning zapped Travis
Holy shit.
and sent him flying backwards. And they took off in the truck and left Travis. And then the next day they went back and Travis was gone. And
Well,
for a
yeah.
whole, no, listen,
I looked it up.
for a whole week, the FBI investigated them and were like, "Did you kill Travis?" And they're like, "We don't know where he's at. We don't know. We saw this golden saucer and all this, that, and the other." And then Travis comes back. He appears in the same spot where he was abducted from. And then they interrogate him. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, what's it been, like 8 hours?" And they're like, "You've been gone a week." And he's like, "I thought I'd been gone for like 8 hours." Anyways, and he explains this story that he woke up on a table and there are these little gray men, not green, little gray men in orange jumpsuits. I'm like, all right, so he's thinking about Minions. Maybe he's just hallucinating. But then it's the 80s, so it's not Minions. But anyways,
Well, me, the prequel.
but anyway, so he gets
prequel,
up.
yeah,
He
yeah,
gets
yeah.
up and he says he scares them, and they run out of the room. And then two people. No, it was a woman. It was just a woman. A woman, tall, 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyes, walks up to him in a spacesuit and is like, "Follow me. I'll take you to the next room." And he says he walks out of the spaceship and he's in a warehouse of more spaceships. And he walks up to two white men, 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyes, and they lay him on a table. They put a mask over his face, and then he says he wakes up in the forest where he was abducted.
I think that
I don't know what
Travis-
the fuck.
I think that
I don't
Travis.
know.
But then-
might
but then-
have
but then the-
using some substances.
But then the blonde
and
hair,
wandered around.
but like the FBI investigated his buddies and were like, "We don't know where he's at."
yeah, I know.
And they
You don't think that his buddies were getting like messed up out of their minds in the backwoods, and then
well,
Travis,
meth doesn't make you hallucinate.
some sort of wacky drug,
wacky
some sort of
tobacco.
wacky. Yeah, they were smoking one too many cigaroons, and next thing you know, Travis is gone in the woods. They're like, "Well, we lost Travis.
Well-
we gotta go home." And then they come back a week later, and Travis has wandered his way back, and he's tripped this imagination that he. This theory that you
the blonde hair, blue eyed people correlates with like people thinking that, like Hitler was believed in aliens because like the Aryan race was
Well,
blue hair,
maybe-
white skin, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Well, maybe. Well, here's the thing. Maybe it's like. I don't mean to fucking sound too insane here, but okay. Like, hold on. Okay, do you guys believe in like the theory of like Hitler actually fucking escaped to Argentina?
Yo, dude, that's real. That's gotta be real.
I mean,
have you
they-
seen
they-
like
well,
there's
I mean-
German towns in
I
South
believe
America?
that Nazis went to Argentina.
Nazis
I don't believe
definitely
that
went to
Hitler made it to Argentina. I think Hitler killed himself.
I don't. Well, did
Yeah,
we ever
maybe.
find his body? I don't think we did.
I don't know.
I thought they
I'm
had
not
his
qualified to talk about Hitler.
I didn't find it. It was,
Oh, okay.
They didn't find it.
Okay.
So I think
How do we know he killed
personally, I
himself? then?
think he and probably some other high executives in the Nazi army went into the South America and they had operations in the north, probably to fucking steal people.
Yeah.
And, like chip them with shit.
Weren't they doing like tests on them?
They were doing
Yes.
tests on people in South
And that's
America.
proven.
Yeah, that's proven.
Yeah,
You know, else is
the
proven.
Germans. What?
MK Ultra.
What is MK Ultra?
I don't.
You
know.
never heard of MK Ultra?
I've heard of the.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I feel like I've heard it.
You never heard of MK Ultra?
What is it?
this
Maybe I
some
have. But
SoundCloud
maybe
rapper?
It's like the whole like big 50s and 60s thing that the CIA did, like when they were like intentionally drugging people with LSD and stuff.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Operation Midnight Climax. You ever heard of that?
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever read the book?
Wasn't that the Unabomber? Wasn't he part of that?
He might have been a part of it.
I
Yeah,
think
he was a part of it.
they tested
Yeah, he
on him.
was.
And then they let him. They're like, "Have a good one."
They paid
You know?
prostitutes to bring these guys into a room with
Yeah.
a one-way mirror, and the prostitutes would drug them with LSD, acid, or DMT, and then people, CIA operatives on the other side would just watch these dudes trip balls and get fucked up, and then after their trip was over, they'd say, "All right, see ya. Go about your regular life."
It is.
I mean, you just gotta hate the government, right? Like at this point.
And they're saying Charles Manson was a part of it, and they're saying that the Unabomber was a part of it.
Yeah,
It's like-
Charles
I can see
Manson was
that.
a part. I did hear that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why'd they do it though?
See the
just a
effects.
test.
Yeah.
Just like how they were like trying to test psychic abilities back in the 60s,
Just how,
they were
like-
just testing it.
I
Same
mean,
reason
just how they were
test makeup on
spreading
those pigs,
chemtrails in
you gotta
St.
make sure- You
Louis.
gotta make sure it works before you test it
What?
on everyone else.
Just how they were spreading chemtrails in North St. Louis and East St. Louis in the
Oh,
60s,
yep,
you know, just
yep.
fucking
Yeah.
bombing our area.
Oh yeah.
Just test on black people, you know, because
Yeah.
that's fun.
So, do you guys think artificial intelligence is
We're
coming?
fucked. Yeah, we're fucked.
So
I give
I
up.
don't think it's advanced enough
Yes, it is.
to be
It will
to,
be.
to take us over as a race.
It will. Yeah.
see, and what?
100%.
So,
I think it will.
So
eventually.
this,
I don't think in our
I think in
it'll
our
take us
lifetime, in the next 20 years, we're fucked.
oh yeah, for sure.
20 years.
I think this leads me into my next topic.
I feel very scared because I think we're fucked.
so
because-
artificial intelligence and climate change, right?
right?
So those things are inevitable. Climate change is inevitable,
Yeah.
and us exhausting our natural resources is inevitable, and our artificial intelligence is inevitable. Do you guys think like this is the way like life progresses? Do you think all like it? So when you guys talked about aliens, you all said you believed in aliens, except for you.
I said I believe.
Oh,
in
okay, so you do. Okay. So you all believe in aliens. Do you think aliens, like, we all evolved the same way, and this is how life goes?
No.
You don't think that?
No.
Well, what's the matter? Like, okay, so wait, what are you? You're mad that this is the way life? You think that humans have destroyed it?
No. I just think that I don't think it's our fault. I think it's the fault of some that are going to cause the fall of the many.
Well,
I mean, it's just human ambition is relentless, and we're eventually going to create a super race of droids that are going to take us over.
well,
and
yeah, I was
kill
thinking.
us.
What if horses did this? What if horses were the ones that did this? Would we be as mad?
If
What if we were stupid like a horse?
If
and the
humans
horse
were-
was
well,
like
we
the
wouldn't be
one-
able to
We'd be
compute
like,
what was
not
happening.
like, okay, what's going on? We wouldn't care, but since it's affecting us personally, we're freaking out.
Well, I'm sure horses would die as well.
But they wouldn't be like, oh no, the humans are doing it. They'd be like, dude, grass.
Well, I mean, you're right, but like they're not as conscious as we are, you know.
Yeah.
But isn't that just evolution? If robots
It is.
take over?
It is.
Do you
It's
think?
evolution?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That like this is the way life goes. Like this is how it has happened.
I don't think
probably
it has to. I don't think it has to, but it can. I think.
You-
I think personally. I think we've gone down this trail because of a certain couple of events in history that have led us down the technological trail. I'm sure there's races out there in space, which I believe in aliens, that are not going down the same trail as us. I'm sure there's the races, species out there that aren't carbon life. They're not made out of carbon. I'm sure there's a lot of differences. The universe is infinite. We are one race on one planet on one universe. I mean, there's a multitude of options, and the options we took have led us to this technological advancement that we will continue to make. Because we, in the early 40s and 30s, we started building more technologically advanced computers and stuff, and it's led us to greatness in America. And I think the mindset of Americans and most of the world now is technology is great, and technology is always going to keep us safe, and if we keep making technological advancements, that'll make us richer and better. So,
Now with technology, and you think artificial intelligence is coming,
Yeah.
and your belief in aliens, and your non-belief in ghosts,
Yep.
So wide spectrum right there. Here's another topic. Do you believe in like other dimensions?
It's possible.
Like dimension, like different dimensions.
I don't know.
What's a dimension like? What? I need a summary of what it is.
It's doing it. It took forever. We're here. We
Yeah.
fucking started from the bottom.
Let's
Now we
just watch
here.
that
Like,
real
holy
quick.
shit. Okay. We did it.
Flubber.
Is it on there? Yeah, it's on there. Okay, good.
Wow.
Glad to hear it. Wow.
But like, so dimensions, like, I don't know, like this is not, like the way I see this is not the same way like another like creature sees it. Like sees reality.
I don't think so. Because how would they know? How would they?
Look at it in the 2D plane.
Okay. Give us a sentence
I
here.
was gonna watch. I was gonna recite something that Neil deGrasse Tyson said. But I don't know how to explain it.
Like he's explaining like fourth dimensions, and
Yeah.
he's like, all right, so like
The piece of paper
imagine two-dimensional creature looking at like, and we're looking at them. They have no concept of what depth is. They're just length and width.
Yeah, they
have no-
X and Y axis.
Yeah, they're X and Y. They have no idea what Z is. And we're looking at them and we're like, all right, well, this is 2 dimensions. How are they looking at us? They're only seeing us flat. Like if I stood like this, they'd see just this. They wouldn't see like how thick my hand is. They wouldn't see how my nose protrudes from my face. They wouldn't see any of that. They just see it flat.
Yeah.
Just flat.
Right.
So how can you not believe in a fourth dimension if we like maybe there's something that we can't see that's there?
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that it's not possible. But the thing is, there's no 2D dimension creatures. We haven't seen them.
Right.
So, there's no way of proving either way. And if they are existent, if 2D fucking dimension creatures are
I'm
there...
sorry for offending them.
I'm fucking me too. But I don't know how you would even go about seeing them because we have no way of getting into the 2D dimension, and we have no way of getting into the what I guess would that be 4D above us? Okay, 4D dimension.
Well, haven't you been seeing Ice Age 4D where they put you in those
Okay.
in those vibrating
Okay.
chairs?
Yeah.
So do you think
They make it cold, and then they pump it with smells.
Yeah, they give you a sense of the dinosaurs.
Look at that bad boy.
You
Look
smell
at that
sins,
bad boy.
asshole.
Look at that. Oh, wow. And it got a little baby boy.
Whoa. And he goes back down to join Big Papa.
So do you think the fourth dimension people could be your hoodie strangling you?
Yeah, what if your hoodie
Yeah,
was
what if your hoodie
a fourth
strangling was a
dimension?
fourth dimension creature?
Yeah,
you-
that's I mean that's completely
Well, maybe-
possible.
well-
Do you think like because I'm what I think is like
You guys believe in the afterlife?
oh for sure.
Have you seen what's the movie Young Guns where he takes what's the mushroom called that like makes people hallucinate?
Psilocybin?
Psilocybin.
Well, that's the drug.
The one
Yeah.
that the like Native Americans used to take.
It's not shrooms. It's peyote.
Yeah, peyote. So they take peyote in this movie.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, and they're walking through, and they're like really high, and they're walking through like this Native American, like I guess town or tribe or whatever you would call it, and they're so they're all looking at them, and they're these white dudes. They haven't like really seen them, and they're like, these guys are weird. And then this guy's like tripping. He's like, they can't see us. We're in the spirit world, asshole. Just like,
You guys ever seen the movie Paul?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want an alien to
Really?
be like. That's
You
what
want it human like? I don't want it human like.
yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
no,
know.
I mean it's not human like. Paul is like a little green fucking man.
No,
he's
no,
disguising him, isn't he?
Yeah,
but
he's disguised as human.
no, I'm not saying like he's like a little green fucking man, but he had human aneurysms and he did things that humans did. I want to see something that I've
Completely
never
different.
seen. Like
Well,
I
I
want to
mean,
see their
yeah.
society. Like what's their society like?
Well, honestly, I'll be honest with you. Like the evangelical like Hicks could not handle that. Their like brains would actually fucking melt if we found something that's
Yeah.
completely different. Than
But like back to like the dimensions of things. Do you think like astral projecting is something? Do you think like your soul removing your soul from your body? Do you think that's?
I don't think that happens. I don't think a soul exists.
You don't think your soul is? Then what's your conscious? What's your consciousness?
brain
Your
firing
brain, just fibers.
You think so? You think
like
so?
like
Yeah.
some pistons.
Yeah.
But bam, but bam.
But then why like
Why do we exist? I have
no? But
idea.
why is like
Why
when
do we
we
exist?
talk when we
Just to
talk
suffer.
about level of consciousness like he was saying like what you said a horse isn't as conscious as a person.
No.
Why is that?
Not at all. They're not as conscious. as
Yeah,
humans.
but why is
Why is anything, Tanner?
That's I'm a nihilist.
Why are
You're not
horses
asking
fa-
the right
Why
guy.
are horses,
Nothing matters.
Why is horses faster than me, but not?
So
I'm not faster than horses.
What'd you do if a UFO crashed and horses got out?
I'm trying to ride it like the Lone Ranger.
Just a stampede of horses just fucking
It just
running out.
opens like a garage door and just...
What if these horses are the aliens and we're living among these horses and we're like let's just ride these things.
Let's ride in the
and
sunshine.
the entire time they're like, we're not from here, guys. You found us.
I've always thought about that. Like, have you ever like looked at a dog? You're just like, what the fuck is this thing? Like, what if it's just like, if it's just like a creature living?
Yeah,
Like,
like I'm like
just
my dog.
morphs.
Like my dog. She just looks at me sometimes. So I'm like, stop looking at me.
Winnie
I know
is a
Winnie-
good girl, okay?
Winnie is a good girl sometimes. She just ate a screwdriver and a light for our garage today.
Oh my
so
God.
Mike was not. My dad was not.
Mike
happy
is
about
not
that.
too happy about that one. That's okay.
But what's saying that one of these creatures that walks around the Earth is not an alien species that crashed here millions
So
of
you're
years
talking
ago?
about like a reptilian?
Or
Like
just-
Donald Trump's reptilian?
No, so
Okay.
what's like a odd looking animal?
A giraffe.
So say a giraffe. How do we not know that didn't crash here millions of
I
years
agree
ago?
with you. I 100%
Because they're not as intelligent.
There you go. Giraffe.
What is the difference between this?
Well, that's a head
And
grab
this.
from the hit critical video game Half-Life.
And it
That
works.
is
And
a
it works,
giraffe
and it works
from
like and it
reality.
works like this, doesn't it? Or does it go on your face?
Yeah, it goes on your head. It goes on your head.
like that.
Oh, both ways. It depends on the zombie.
Yeah.
They create zombies.
Oh,
Whoa, he's done.
He's done.
not fast.
He's done. Yeah.
Interesting.
He jumps on people's head and makes them zombies, and then they can eat. So, yeah.
So do you think religion is formed from old alien sightings?
I kind of think
No,
so.
I think that has something to do with it. I think it has a lot to do with unknown psychedelics.
Hold on, let's let Seth talk. He's got something cooking
No,
in
I
his
was
brain.
just trying to.
You just went fucking insane
I was just
there.
processing what you just said. Go ahead. I want you to finish.
So like alien like the belief like religion, God, and the gods
yeah.
and other beliefs come from a combination of drugs, drugs, the interpretation of language, like translating it from language to language.
Fuck up.
Yeah.
Hold the
And-
fuck up,
No,
Tanner.
we're-
Hold the
he's
fuck up,
explaining
Tanner.
something that's more important than your lava lamp.
Wait a minute. It's coming. Go ahead. Keep going. It's going to take a minute.
Well, you
And-
interrupted us.
Yeah, now I'm looking at it.
Just give it a second. Hold on. It's coming. Oh my god. It's getting
It's
big.
the whole thing. It's
That's
like,
the whole fucking thing.
It's all going to the top.
He got that thing on him. Yes, sir.
Packing
Bro, what the
What is
fuck?
going on?
non-stop. The head's getting a little big.
He's stretching thin.
He's losing shaft.
King
He's
of the
losing
castle.
shaft.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Wow.
Boom.
It's just gonna float.
It's like a
It's just gonna
spear.
float.
It's like Jello.
Oh, and it's
Oh,
coming
he's
back
sinking.
together.
Back
He's
down.
too dense.
It's too big.
He's too
Anyways,
big.
so
Okay.
so
Go ahead.
religion comes from what I think is psychedelics, interpretation of language, and alien sightings. Now, I'm not. This is not me disputing or saying discrediting
Yeah.
that religions aren't real.
Yeah.
Because I do believe in a higher power. I have no idea what that power is,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm saying the idea of a higher power came from those three factors.
I can see where you're coming from.
I kind
on
of get
that
what you're saying. I don't know. I don't believe in a higher
Because
power.
if we just saw like when people first started researching ants and they saw them making colonies,
I feel like
we started just making drive-bys. We just started
Don't you
looking at
think-
them.
Okay, hold on. We were getting on a subject of deeper consciousness. Do you think fucking ants think like us and other animals are gods because we can fucking end their life with no goddamn remorse?
I don't think they
Have a concept?
I don't think they
they're-
have a concept.
I think they're programmed to do like a few things.
they're like
What
their
about-
conscious is limited to what they're born
Well,
to do.
it's already
Yeah.
proven that the queen of the ants has a more like they're more conscious
Yeah,
than
for
the
sure.
worker ants who are just like programmed to build and die. Like,
Yeah.
do you think they think there's a higher power in the things above them that are on the surface?
I wonder what. Well, let's not use ants. Let's use dolphins.
Let's use dolphins.
Because aren't dolphins and whales like supposed to be like
Dolphins,
they process stuff more
yeah,
than us?
dolphins and like chimpanzees and shit are supposed to be like higher thinking than a lot of.
They have their
Well,
own
yeah,
like
but-
dialect.
Yeah.
Because from like regions
Well,
that they're
yeah,
born in.
chimpanzees make hand symbols and shit, and they can speak our language sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, but like I don't think they think we're gods because like
I don't think
I don't think
they think we're gods because we're about. Okay. When you think of a god, I think you think of an almighty figure.
Right.
And a chimpanzee could beat the living shit out of any one of us.
right.
Right? It would just smash our fucking head apart with a rock.
Rip my face off.
Yeah, it would just rip your fucking head off.
Not be
And
nice.
your balls.
Yeah, and your balls. Eat them. Fucking done. But
Ew.
if you're thinking, yeah, agreed. If you're thinking about like a ant, there's nothing an ant can do to stop
Right,
us.
but I don't see chimpanzee like with like you. Do you think they all believe in something?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I don't see a
I
chimpanzee
don't-
making an effigy to anything.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they're at a high enough level of thinking that they can. But I do think, I don't know. I don't fully know. I don't know what the fuck the subject is anymore.
I think religion was initially developed as a means to explain stuff that we couldn't explain very well.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think
for
that
sure.
today people focus on it more more morally than they do to explain logic. At least in at least what I see in here around us. I think that they use it more to guide them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just supposed to be.
spiritually.
I think it's supposed to be just
But
a guide.
Yeah, but I think initially that it was used to explain.
I think
stuff that
you're
we
right.
couldn't- Yeah.
I think, my thing about it is, I'm a nihilist in basically just meaning that I don't think life really has any purpose. You just do whatever the fuck you want and then you die. And that's kind of my philosophy. I like to use a quote from Bo Burnham, an absolutely insane man, which...
Comedian.
Yeah, comedian. You don't need 1,000 limericks to figure out don't be a dick or some shit like that. That's some thing. So,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel about the Bible, Because, you don't really... I don't think the majority of people, except for, some people who are beyond help, need a lot of pressure to be a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but I don't think
that
religion's
humans,
about.
while you're a nihilist, you think that humans are innately good?
I don't know that they're innately good. I think they're innately okay. I think the majority of people, if pushed in the right direction, could just be good people. Because I don't think
Without
a lot
trauma.
of people... Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people have ill intentions, really. And don't get me wrong, there's some people out there that are just completely insane clinically, and they're fucking bad people. But I don't think I think a good 95 to 97% of people, just a random percentage there, are good people. I think they're just good people. I think they can be. I think they're okay
that
people.
They are able to be
able
good
to
people.
be good people.
Well, I don't think the Bible anymore is about I don't think a lot of people.
I'm not saying just the Bible.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
saying
That was just the example.
any structured moralism is just I don't.
Yeah, but I don't think people look at it for morals anymore. I think a lot of people just look at it because they find comfort in something to believe in.
I get that. I understand. I don't care if people believe in religion. I just think, personally, I don't think the moral factor anymore is relevant. But I could be wrong. I'm not the fucking genius.
But you read you would watch a self-help video on YouTube, wouldn't you?
I mean, I would, but I don't think I need that. And I think a lot of people need to believe more, not in religion. I mean, that you can. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But Stoicism, I don't know if you guys know what that is.
You're just there.
You're just there. You just exist.
Yeah.
And, just don't be a dick. That's kind of you just don't interfere with what people
are doing.
and you let them do what they want to do. And if...
But isn't that based on morals as well? Because who says I punch
It's
Aaron?
created by
I punch
Marcus
Aaron in the
Aurelius.
face. Who says that me punch Aaron's bad?
Well, it's relative.
That's relative.
It's relative. What did he do to deserve being punched?
But with any
Or
any
did
reason
he not do to not?
But with
deserve
any
being
reason,
punched?
who decides what's the reason? Who decides that reason's good or bad?
Well, see, that's kind of where I was going. Who created the Bible?
Exactly. Why are we following them? We're not following God. God didn't write the Bible. If God does exist, in fact, He didn't write the Bible.
What is the actual... Look that up.
Who's the author?
Who's the author? We don't have a fucking publisher.
There's no like.
But there's
no
like
linguistic publisher.
But
there's no.
Where'd the Bible come from? Is what I'm saying.
Look that up. Basically,
Abraham.
a bunch of monks.
Is Abraham the one that
a bunch of monks in Israel.
I think religion was just the best way
to control
people.
Yes,
I agree.
Like if you tell someone, like everyone, no one has any idea what happens after you die.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn in hell.
And if you tell them that they don't donate all their money and follow all your rules, that they're going to be literally on fire for the rest of time.
You better put lamb's
People are
blood at the door.
I agree.
Moses and the Torah, or the Torah, are credited as writing the Bible.
Okay, Moses.
The Torah is the preamble to the Bible. It's the Old Testament.
We the people in
No, not that.
Oh, but
preamble.
bringing up Moses.
I guess that's all. It's all relative as well because, why the fuck do we follow the Constitution? So, I don't know. I don't know why do we follow anyone.
As the last topic for me, because it's getting late for me.
Yeah.
The pyramids, Egyptian culture, all of it, all they made, and all the like monoliths around the world. Mm-hmm. Do you think they're older than what the government or what history would like us to believe?
No.
You don't think they're older?
How do you? They're about 7,000 years before Cleopatra's time, so about 9,000 before ours. Right?
I think that they're dated probably pretty
early. I mean,
accurately.
You think they're dated pretty accurately?
I think
you don't think it's further back.
I mean, I
don't know. It's just a question.
I mean, there's evidence.
What are you asking the question for?
Yeah, because I want to know. Because I've seen people talk.
There's evidence.
About it.
I mean, there's like the the fucking history TV show Ancient Aliens.
No, I've never watched it.
I don't believe that shit because there's like literal proof of like Egyptians like harboring slaves to come and fucking build pyramids for them. Mm-hmm. So I mean, there's just documented evidence across like different places in the Mesopotamia and Egypt and Africa, and I don't think at that time you could physically say that the governments of ancient fucking world that were basically just sticks and stone and wheat. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're colluding to fucking control us right now. So,
I'm just gonna. They did it. I'm saying we're being misinformed.
That's fair, but you just can't disprove evidence from literally like all of the shit. Yeah. And if they created all of that, they've obviously got the hell of an agenda and a hell of a government. Yeah. Because I don't think
they have me fooled.
Yeah,
I don't give it.
There's a lot of I think a lot of the government conspiracies that we hear of are just wrong, and I think a lot of people are trying to find out what the hell the government is doing.
I think people are bored.
I think
they're bored.
I kind of agree with that.
They don't know what to do.
Don't get me wrong.
And they're making a podcast like we are in Steven's basement.
Well, hey, there's some evidence. I mean, there's definitely evidence to a bunch of conspiracy theories. Like, what the hell's the one? Now, don't fucking.
D1.
I'm not gonna rip into you.
Don't fucking rip into me here. But and don't listen to this source either. But Alex Jones.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, he had the whole thing about what the hell was it? He went on Joe Rogan not too long ago. It was the third one that they did together.
Okay.
Where they were talking about they were going to go and watch the election together.
Yeah, he never ended up going.
They were talking about something forest, and it was
with the government and the
owl statue.
Yeah. What is that? I know what you're talking about. It was like it's something that they've been doing for years.
Yeah, they've been doing it since Taft.
Yeah,
Taft started it. It's called like the Order of Skull and Bones, and they went to I forgot what the place is called, but they had this giant owl statue, and to become the next president of the United States, you had to fuck the other like the last president before you. You had to let him.
Bohemian Grove.
And that's been proven as real, isn't it?
That's basically real.
Maybe not to the extent of
not to the extent, maybe, but Richard Nixon, and I'm not saying this, but Richard Nixon said,
The Bohemian Grove that I attend, one time at a time, the Easterners and the others have come there, but it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever imagine. A San Francisco crowd that goes in. It's just terrible. I mean, I don't want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco.
Yeah, there was a clip online of him saying that. So, I mean, it's obviously a real thing, if not to the extent that they say it is. So, I can't prove to you that all of these government conspiracies are wrong because we've already seen some that are true.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right. Well,
All right. I think
wrap us up,
I
Steven.
think that's
I
a
think
wrap.
Take it
that's
away.
a wrap on the old Perpetual podcast number 1. Thank you for joining us. As always, you've got me. You've got these guys.
Hey.
Say your names. Come on.
Tanner.
There.
Seth,
Uh,
Goodbye, everybody. It's been
Have a good night.
don't cancel us.